In a small, quiet town, there lived a woman named Naomi. To the outside world, she seemed like a symbol of strength, grace, and composure. But behind her soft eyes was a lifetime of experiences, some beautiful, some painful, but all uniquely hers. Naomi grew up in a loving but challenging household. Her parents provided for her as best as they could. But the emotional scars from her childhood lingered. Her father had been a strict and sometimes harsh man, while her mother quietly absorbed all the weight, sacrificing her dreams in the process. From a young age, Naomi learned the art of endurance, and though the memories of her father's cold words often echoed in her mind, she decided she would be different, resilient. Years later, Naomi fell in love with James, a man whose warmth initially softened the edges of her guarded heart. Their love blossomed quickly, and soon they were married, dreaming of a future together. But marriage, as Naomi soon learned, was not without its trials. James, who once seemed so attentive and kind, grew distant over the years. There were nights when the silence between them felt heavy, and his words, once sweet, sometimes carried the sting of neglect. Naomi felt hurt, but she stayed, believing in their vows, hoping that things would change. Then came the day Naomi found out she was pregnant. It was a bittersweet revelation. On one hand, she had always dreamt of becoming a mother, but on the other, her body began to feel like a battlefield. The pregnancy was difficult. Each day brought new challenges, from the physical toll to the emotional strain. Her body, once familiar, felt foreign. The nausea, the exhaustion, the weight of carrying life within her, it was beautiful but exhausting. Naomi loved the child growing inside her, but there were moments when she felt like she was losing herself. When Naomi gave birth to her daughter Emma, she felt a love she had never known. But motherhood too was a trial. The sleepless nights, the constant demands, and the endless questions of whether she was doing enough overwhelmed her. Naomi juggled the responsibilities of caring for a newborn, maintaining a career, and managing a house. She was expected to be everything: a perfect mother, a supportive wife, and a successful professional. The weight of these expectations was crushing, yet she kept going. As the year passed, Naomi faced another challenge. Her body began to change. She was getting older, and with age came a new set of insecurities. Her skin no longer had the same glow it once did, and the weight she had so easily kept off now stubbornly refused to budge. Naomi found herself standing in front of the mirror, struggling to recognize the woman staring back at her. Society's relentless pressure to remain youthful gnawed at her, making her feel like she was in a race against time. All the while, Naomi's life continued at a breakneck pace. She worked long hours, striving to prove her worth at her job while coming home to a house that still needed her attention. Emma was now a teenager, and their relationship was strained by the usual mother-daughter tensions. Naomi was tired of giving so much and feeling like it was never enough. Yet, despite everything, the emotional scars of her childhood, the pain from James' growing indifference, the immense responsibility of motherhood, and the constant struggle with her changing body, Naomi refused to give in. She found strength in her daughter's smile, in the moments of laughter with friends, in the quiet early mornings where she could sip her coffee in peace. Little by little, she began to realize that perfection was not the goal. She learned to forgive herself for not being able to do it all, to love the woman she had become, flaws and all. Naomi's greatest triumph was not that she managed to meet everyone's expectations, but that she found her own path to healing. She began to prioritize herself in small ways, taking time for walks, reading books, and revisiting old hobbies. She even sought counseling to confront the unresolved pain from her past. She acknowledged that her scars, both visible and invisible, were a part of her story, not a mark of her weakness, but of her strength. Through it all, Naomi understood that being a woman meant wearing many hats: mother, wife, professional, friend, daughter. But it also meant giving herself the grace to be human, to make mistakes, to grow, and to redefine herself. In the eyes of the world, Naomi was simply a woman navigating life's trials. But in her own eyes, she had become something far greater, an embodiment of resilience, love, and quiet strength. And in all that, she found peace. A story in the eyes of a woman. Can you relate? If you can, leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe for more inspirational stories like these. Until next time, stay strong.